All right. You know what? It's always 20 million things. I swear to God.
I think we got it.
There you go. There you
Do
go.
we have it?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Are we on? We
Yeah,
good?
We are.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Could you turn my headphones up a little? Because for some reason you touched
Just
my
a
headphone
little.
knob again.
I know.
Leave it alone. There you go.
How about that?
All right. We're good.
There you go.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Corey Pratt.
I'm Chris. Just
You know what? Make it whatever name
Losing
you want
everything.
because whatever it is, you're gonna put him on a
Yeah, I know.
dartboard. And no, I'm just kidding.
that's right. Third dark side. I'm Chris Ruck.
Yes, he is. And this is Craving Cars Live.
That's right.
How are you today? Outside of
Outside
the
of all
slow
these
start.
issues, you know what? This has been my day today. To be honest, I had more technical problems at my work, and it just took a toll. And then doing all this, so
Just took another toll.
it's tolls on top of tolls.
Technical problems on
That's
top
right.
of technical
You know
problems.
what? It's technical.
You know what makes it really tough to do this, besides just, setting
What do you
everything
think?
up and doing this,
What
is
do
the
you think?
fact that it's live.
Well, you know what?
There's
And
no
you-
editing. Like if we were to do this normally, you set the cameras up. We have mics that record on the cameras or separately,
Yep.
and we hit the button, and we record, we do what we do, and then we do,
That's
where
right.
we work everything out in post-editing.
That's right.
Well, there is none of that here.
Yep.
So it has to all be working, streaming through a completely different way, a whole board that's not necessary when you shoot video normally.
Right.
So there's that much more difficulty behind it.
Yeah, but you know what? I appreciate our audience. They're patient.
Yes, thank you.
They understand
Thank you very
where
much.
we go, right? So today we're in a huge theater, which took a little bit to set up, which was probably
Yeah, we had to
doing
put
a
the
lot
screen
of our
up.
issues.
We had to
Yeah,
put
a lot of things.
the chairs in.
That's
we had to
right.
get the sound system going.
Yep, all kinds of things. So
Or we could be making that part up. I don't
that's
know.
right.
It was already
well,
here.
no, I'm going to call
We
it.
found it. It was abandoned theater in the middle of
Yeah,
a field.
but I mean, we're here.
yeah, we are.
We have our good friend Paul in the house for sure.
No, we don't.
You know, just hanging back and
Yeah,
being
he
part
is.
of the audience. But you know what? We're in a
So
big theater.
We
and-
we have a live audience in our live audience show.
That's right. That's
our
right.
live show.
That's right.
How
But
about that?
let's go through our sponsors because they're important. It's the only reason why we can do what we do.
Tom, are you having sound issues? Are we not on? Can we not be heard?
No, you better hear. I got you. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
Tom, fix your crap.
Tom, turn your volume up, maybe.
There you go.
I don't know.
We are streaming live.
I got confirmation on someone else that we're good. So
Yep, there you go.
Unless they're only unique to us, maybe I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's not special. Did we give VIP
Will,
access?
yeah, there you go. Will said, he can hear.
Yeah,
us.
well, there you
Okay.
go.
All right, thanks, Will.
All right, thanks,
for the
guys.
confirmation.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Paul. He's actually.
And I'm sorry
here
it took
checking
us a
out,
little
too.
bit to get everything set up anyway. So
It did. It did just a little.
You know.
but that's okay.
the
Hey,
bigger you go, the more problems you run into.
That's all right, because either way, we have technical problems or not. What
Right.
we do always have is appreciation for our sponsors.
That's right.
And today's show is brought to you by Dawn Dish Soap. No, wait.
No, well,
it
we
takes your
going back
grease
and forth?
out of your way.
Kids
no.
and cars.
Kids and cars.
Paul in the house.
Yeah, Paul's
He's
in the
there
house.
with us. You
Yep.
know, just
Yes,
hanging
he is.
out.
We are Warriors.
Jason,
Thank you so much.
big shout out for sure. And you know what? He's been so busy. It's like I feel like we got
man.
disconnected a little bit, but he's going national. I mean,
He's all over the place.
he's grown
One
so
show to
fast.
the next show.
Yeah, yeah.
He's traveling. I mean, we've had times where we've traveled a lot, and he's putting our little travel thing to embarrassed.
Yeah.
He's
They're
just
all
put
over
it
the
to
place.
shame. Yeah, but that's okay. That's good though.
That is good.
That's very good.
Yep.
And I
And
actually, saw, you know what I saw? You know the Lamborghini,
the one that we did at Slammed Enough.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
got wrapped for his We Are Warriors apparel stuff.
Yeah.
I got to see it in a little bit of a small little short video on one of the Express rallies.
Did they run it?
So he had the wrap on it, and he was out with the Lamborghini on the rally. So
There you
that
go.
was really cool. Express Rally is something that I have been on. A good bunch of people. Scott Huddleston started that whole thing. Gosh, I don't know, 7 years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Either
Really?
what it is. It's a great thing, and as a matter of fact, we should probably. Hey, Scott, are you listening? You want to come
Hope
on the
you
show?
really are.
You want to come on the show?
There you go.
should be on the show. Talk about it because he not only has road rallies, he has off-road rallies.
Oh, and that goes
Overlanding
into
rallies.
what we wanted to talk about anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Overland. So that's really cool.
Yep.
But yeah, I got to see the We Are Warriors Lamborghini. That was pretty neat. I like that.
Cool.
So yes, Corked Wine and Spirits. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing
Dave
as well.
is amazing, and his partners for sure.
Yep, RICHLINE Motorsports helped support us. We were actually sitting right next to them at our last show we went to that we'll talk about in a moment.
Yep.
So that was kind of nice sitting next to one of our sponsors on that. And, of course, the good shout out to Mod Squad.
Well, you know.
Are we missing somebody? Timely Delivery Service. Thank you, Tim.
There you go, Tim. Yep. You know, Tim's so busy. We don't even see him much anymore. You know what the problem is? Our
saw him briefly.
sponsors are just like blowing up, and now they're.
I hope to think we had something to do with that.
Well, I hope
mean,
so.
maybe
I hope so.
Maybe a smidgen.
A little small smidgen.
A little smidgen.
There you go.
A
There you go.
smidgen. But yeah, thank you very much for helping making the show what it is possible.
Yep. Yep. So I appreciate everybody online and anything else going on. You know, let us know. Chime in on the chat. We'll be monitoring that, and we can talk about
as
it
best as
we can.
as he can.
So this next week, not this weekend.
I don't know.
Nothing really we got going on this weekend. Right?
Not as far as anybody else knows.
Yeah. The 26th, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this weekend
talk about that.
we got.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about past what we just went through?
We can.
We did. We joined
KC
up
Showdown.
with KC Showdown again
Yep.
because Denny said, "Hey, come on out." I said, "You know what? It's a night show.
We're done dealing
We
with
haven't
you.
done any night shows."
No.
So that was really cool, and I actually have a little bit of extra. I mean, there's not a lot of footage.
Yeah.
More than we've already put out.
Yep.
A little live, a little bit that we'll put out for people. I just put, I believe, a post that we just did for the day part, but there was a night part of the show with a lot of people turning the lights on, the whole glow
You know,
thing.
and that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool event.
You don't
that
get
happens.
that in normal car shows. Yeah.
Typically, no. You're right. Right. I mean, typically you go to car shows during the day, afternoon, and you're there for a couple hours. The night events, I think, are very cool, and I think KC Showdown does an amazing job hosting those type of events. Marcos doing the DJing, all that stuff was great.
Amazing. Were you there? You said they did amazing. Were you there?
Well, yeah, I was there. We were there.
That's how you can tell they did an amazing job.
You don't think I'm
So
not?
you thought I was going somewhere else.
You think I'm not nitpicking it apart? Of course I am.
Danny better be watching. He better be listening.
He
right
better
now.
be.
He better be.
There you go.
We're not going to go to the show if you don't listen, buddy.
That's right.
Just kidding.
But it was a good weekend.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too
It
bad.
was hot. You know what? This is the first time we actually had to close the van down and run air conditioning.
We kind of had the AC going, didn't we?
Yeah,
Just a little
we
bit.
had to.
Yeah.
I don't know
the
what
thing
it was, but
well, you weren't DJs, so all we had to do was worry about videoing, doing a little bit of live, walk around and stuff like that. So we did a little bit of that, and shot a little bit of other stuff.
Yeah,
too, so.
but even just
I got more pictures up
staging the van with all the propaganda, all that stuff, right? I mean, that took a toll. I mean, we literally had to close the doors, sit in the van.
Yeah, sit in the van for a little bit. The humidity just kind of killed us last week.
Yeah.
And then of course the work
humidity.
week starts and it gets really nice.
Right.
And then as the work week's ending,
Yeah, these
it's
last
getting
2
hot again.
days were amazing.
Oh yeah. But it's going to be hot again before we have to get.
Of course it is.
Guys, got any suggestions for this weekend? If we want to show up in a little pop-up, little show up, I don't know. Let us know in the comments below or right now in the chat that we're going on right now.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no shows that we have scheduled that we were going to be at.
Nope.
Which means this might be a good weekend. We're going to reach out and try to do a little work on some other footage that you will see in the future for some other things. So we don't need to get too much in that. But we do have an upcoming thing coming. So not this weekend, but
big one.
the weekend after. So
Kinda big.
I want to give a shout out that the fact of because of travel time, and we're both out of town, we will not. We got okay. That we will not have. We will not be in studio next week.
Oh wait,
for the
I gotta call it out.
What?
Rat Rods, he's late. And now he just shows up. Now he wants to apologize that he's late. We can call him out.
All
you
right.
know, Sean.
That's
you
fine.
know, we know the deal.
You know, whatever, dude.
Yeah. They show
guys-
up late whenever.
Now you have to go back and rewatch
That's
it.
right.
After it gets uploaded from being live. I get it. No, it's okay.
There you go.
That's why we do
All
it.
right, Tom. Thank you. Thank you. You have audio now. So
All right, good. Glad everybody's on board. We're all.
there we go. We're good to go.
Got
Let's
it.
move forward.
What
do you think?
We got some people. There are a couple little things going on this weekend, but it wasn't something we were booked to do. So,
That's correct.
but the weekend after next, so we won't be in studio next week because of travel.
Yep.
And then because
No Thursday night
we're going to be
show.
meeting up in Eureka Springs on
Yep.
Friday.
Yep. And me and my wife celebrating our 30th
Yeah,
anniversary.
that's right. And you got that.
So
You got that going on as well.
I got to go dig for diamonds. Hopefully we can find one.
You got so you can replace the one that's on a ring.
Pretty much.
Or-
Well, you mean
no,
assembly
no, I need a
spot.
new ring.
There you go.
It's
There you
gonna,
go.
it's gonna be like some rock, like
That kind of.
it's gonna be like
Yeah,
this, like another
Yeah.
hand.
But
Okay.
you know what? We've been talking about it for a while. So we're going to go down to Arkansas, do the diamond.
diamond mine thing, right?
Hunt,
They basically
whatever it is.
So are you
Yeah.
gonna go into the mine, or is it one of those things where they take some out and then
I'll let you
and
know.
you gotta dig?
I'll let you know. If I don't find anything,
I've seen people going down there. Now, how about this? Now, there's a couple different places down there that you
Yeah.
can do this. There's the diamond one. There's one where you can hunt for like emeralds and rubies and
yeah,
stuff.
and gold
I think that's really cool.
too. Yeah, yeah.
It's really
I mean,
cool.
it's something to do.
Because everybody's found something, whether it's a good gem or a really expensive
something.
gem. But there's always
I
something.
think it's more about you go there for the experience, and that's what you did.
And you can still find stuff to make your
Yeah.
own little jewelry out of.
No, we hope so.
You can get someone to
That's kind of what we're looking for.
to polish it out, smooth it up.
Yep. But
all that good
then we're going through Arkansas, and then we're coming straight down to Eureka Springs for
Eureka
the
Springs.
Ozark.
The Ozark Euro Rally.
There you go.
And now, don't get me wrong. I know we do a lot of car rallies.
Yeah,
That's in
this
the
is
title,
unique.
but it is a stationary car show.
Yeah.
All German car show.
Only
it's
German.
not like a cruising
That's
rally
right.
thing.
Only
So,
German.
Only German.
That's right.
Now, not hey, a Toyota Supra is going to be there because it's built by BMW.
I'm not sure you get to say Nazi. I'm just.
Yeah, only Nazis.
Yeah, no. Only German.
Only German cars
There you go.
with German badges. So not a German car that was built for somebody else with a different badge. Is
There
what I'm
you go.
saying.
There you go.
So
All right.
So that's kind of the stipulation behind it.
Yep.
But basically, you've got your Mercedes and Audis and BMWs and Porsches and Volkswagens and various other little
Yep.
Volkswagen type of
Yep.
things that can show up. So
Yep.
the rolling apocalyptic studio chassis. the
Quite a
van.
few.
The van will be down there.
Serenity building.
Serenity will
There
be
you go.
there.
And we'll show up Saturday.
Serenity for its second year running. Now, I've been down there with my Porsche. I've been down there with 2 different GTIs.
You've
I've
been down there for a few years now.
I think this is my 6th year going down there
Yeah, that's what I thought.
in a row.
It was a lot.
So
This will be my second,
that's good.
but I had an amazing time.
it's good.
Big shout out to the Audi group of Kansas City.
Yep.
They do a great run from Kansas City on Friday to go down. So
They're-
big shout out to them.
But if I'm not mistaken, towards the end of the show on Saturday, so the main part of the show is Saturday
Yep.
of next week.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but next. And I believe the Audi Club is going to also arrange a cruise, and they've advertised that. So anybody, not
Yeah.
just Audi, but anybody from the show can
Right.
join the cruise.
Right.
And they've got I think they're doing about an hour and a half run.
Yeah, they
like
did it
loop-wise.
last year, and it was amazing. I mean, I didn't go because I was busy doing the filming stuff, but it is an amazing back roads. I mean, a great run if you want to
in
be.
Arkansas.
It's a spirited drive.
It's
put it
in
that way.
Arkansas. The
Yep.
roads down, just getting down to Eureka
Yeah.
Springs, you're in Arkansas because the roads
Great.
start doing this.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
When the sign goes like this,
It means it is doing
means
that.
it really is.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the sign.
Yeah. Yeah. Arkansas has some of the best roads.
I
for
will
sure.
say it was very joyful taking the Porsche down there
Yep.
and just doing in the roads down there. But we're taking the van because we actually use the van to stay in.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I won't have the Audi back. So we'll meet you down there, right?
Yep.
You and Dottie going to take the big Serenity van down there and do that, and we'll join you on Saturday.
Yep, we'll have a good
And
time.
yeah, it'll be a good time.
We will have footage of the show.
Yeah,
And I think we're gonna get a little bit of extra footage because that weekend itself is a Volkswagen weekend.
Yeah.
So there's some really cool
I don't know if-
Volkswagens that show up to that. If you're
Okay.
into that kind of thing.
how about this? Take the car show out of it.
Yep.
Eureka Springs itself as a town.
It's worth going down there for a weekend.
That's
regardless.
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why the wives go with us on this trip.
Yep. There you go.
Because the show
we allow
part,
'em.
we get to spend half a day at a show on Saturday.
Yep. There you
And
go.
then we had Friday night, we'd have Saturday night, we have
Yep.
Sunday to
There
go
is a lot
around
down
downtown.
there. It is not just going to a
Good places to eat.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to a parking lot and joining a
There's
show.
there's so many different levels of just their downtown
Yeah.
Eureka Springs.
Yeah.
Like you have to go upstairs
Yeah.
to go across overwalks just to get to another street.
Yeah.
And you're going uphill. It's like it's a town that they never really designed. They just kept building on.
You kidding me? We went down
just
some
kept
of those
building.
roads
They
last
said- they
year.
said-
I'm like, are
yeah.
you serious?
Yeah,
These
you
are
got,
like,
you got to make a turn. If you're in most of the cars that we're typically
Yeah.
in, not making it without the car going.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, you're not. I mean, that's just how it works. But a gorgeous town. Great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Great
It's so wild.
environment.
Yep.
They're very supportive of all the cars.
Matter of
So-
fact, we can. You know what? We'll talk more about the town
Yeah.
of Eureka Springs itself on the video when we go down there,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of cool things about it, and just a
That's true.
lot of things we're going to be filming down there. So
Yep.
and that's plenty of content for that. So
Pretty much. Yeah.
yeah,
So
for
we
sure.
we went back and forth before the show, but we covered Eureka Springs. What else do we need to cover?
Well, I tell you what. There's a little thing of cruising that people tend to do.
Are
here in
we
the
going
Kansas
there?
City area.
Are we going there?
Okay.
All right,
Do you want to go there? Do you
we're
want to go
good
there? You wanna
no,
go
let's
there?
go there. Let's go
I got-
because
hold on.
I think we
I
promoted.
got something else we can go to if you want to carry on with the traveling of the
No, I don't wanna-
Eureka Springs thing.
Oh, I don't.
Like,
no,
like
let's-
I know what I'm taking down there. What are you taking down there? I know you're just going to meet up with us as well. I know the Audi's not going to be ready. But
Here we go.
what are you driving down there?
I knew this is where you're going.
Where are you going?
Okay, so yes, we're buying a new car.
Oh,
because we need a
congratulations.
new car, right?
Mr. The Ruck family is getting a new
Yeah.
car.
So we looked at a lot of different cars. I mean, honestly, it wasn't a performance car we were looking for.
No. You're right. You're looking for a decent passenger,
It was something-
drivable car.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. I mean, it's something my
We're not looking
wife
sports
would
car.
love to drive daily. It's a good daily. It gives
Yep.
us good gas mileage, plus the comforts of driving if you want to go across country.
Yeah.
Kind of a deal.
Sure.
So we went down the
comfort.
road.
Yeah.
And this is,
Which
I know
means-
this is
which
where
means
your
that
argument
this ain't going to be a small compact car. You're going to get a mid-size or better.
Exactly.
Right,
Right.
okay.
So we weren't even looking at American cars at all. Right. We were looking at Camrys, Corollas, Honda Accords, Honda Civics, those type of realm of car. And then we walked on a lot. And for some reason, this car drew our attention. Not sure why, but it did.
Okay. What'd you get? Well, I mean, what are you talking about?
What we
attracted your
changed our
attention?
mind to was a Chevy Malibu Premier with the 2.0 turbo.
Okay. So that's a better economical engine option, I bet.
Yeah, it's
I
like
don't,
30.
I'm not sure what all the engine options are this year.
They have a 1.5 and they have a 2.0.
Oh, so they don't
Right.
have the V6 anymore?
No.
Okay.
no.
All right.
Everything's four-cylinder.
Do you know what the?
Right.
I'm just curious. I mean, I know it's not a performance thing, but what's the power like on that? Like, is
It's
it,
150 for the 1.5 or maybe 160-ish.
okay.
And then the 2.0 is like 180.
Okay.
But
all right.
different drivetrains too. So the 1.5 has an 8-speed, right? The 2.0 has a 9-speed.
How many speeds do you need in a
I don't know.
car?
I'm waiting for the 10-speed, and I'll to buy a 10-speed bike, right?
So
Remember back
if
when
you bought
we
a
were
2.3 liter or whatever, would it be an
Right.
11 speed?
remember we were kids. Everybody wanted a 10-speed.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Because if
there
it
you
wasn't
go.
like a BMX style bike, it
No.
was a 10 speed.
No, exactly. There you go.
And now I think I have one with like 36
There you
speeds.
go. So it's a 9-speed transmission,
Yeah.
right? It's not a auto CVT type transmission. It's a true 9-speed.
it's a transmission, right? CVTs I'm not fans of.
Yeah, but you know what we did is one. It was a gorgeous looking car. That's what drew us to it.
The Malibu.
The Malibu.
Okay.
Because we looked at straight out when we rode into a Honda Civic Sport, right? 2023, like 28 grand. We walked into it and like, yep, that's our car. Right? We didn't test drive it, but just looking at it, the feel of it, blah, blah, blah. But it was a sport, so everything's manual, right? You're not getting any kind of luxury items out of it.
Out of which one now? The
Honda Civic
Sport.
The
Civic Sport, okay.
Yeah. So 4-door, right? The sedan version, not the hatch.
Does the Sport, though, does it come with the SI engine, though, in that? The Civic
SI
engine?
It was a 1.8, 1.9, whatever they have in it.
Okay.
But just a basic motor,
Okay.
right? Nothing dramatic,
Yeah.
nor is what we picked. But so we were hooked on that.
On the
And
Civic?
then, we were.
Okay.
Because
we bought a Civic a long time. 2012 is what it was.
Yeah.
It was way different than back then.
We had a price range we wanted to keep, right? Under 28 grand, call it that, right?
Okay.
Or under 30, call it that.
Gotcha. All right, I got you.
So we went through Camrys, Corollas.
Well, it sounds like the Civic really
Accords.
wouldn't be in the same category as a Malibu, though, would it?
Here's where I'm going.
Although it is kind of a bigger
Here's
car.
where I'm going.
It's bigger than this 12 we used to have.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
We weren't thinking it either, right? But every car we looked at in that category, in that price range, were basically a stripped down model. In other words, manual seats, no really luxury items, no sunroof,
Right.
right? None of that. My wife was very adamant that our cars have to have a sun moonroof. She loves it. That's her thing.
I don't disagree with you because I think every car. I mean, I don't judge that. My Porsche that wasn't even an option. You can't get one on a Cayman anyways.
Yeah.
But like that's why our Golf has it. Our Honda Civic that we had had the sunroof on it. Every Golf we had has had the sunroof. So I get it.
Yeah.
My Nissan I used to have had it. I think we just prefer it. We like them.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah. And we looked at multiple dealers, from a CarMax to an actual Honda dealer.
Oh, wow.
To
You actually were looking at those kind of places.
We looked at tons of cars.
Gotcha.
And then all of a sudden, and this wasn't even in our mind,
Yeah.
we went to a local shop off NOLAND Road, and as soon as we walked on the lot, this car just stood out. One, the coloring was what we were looking for, but it just stood out.
Was it grainy gray?
No, it's kind of
I don't know what that is.
it's I can't even explain the color, but it's kind of a green Sebring blue, but whatever it is.
Okay.
But as soon as we saw it, we gravitated towards it because we went there for two reasons. There was a Toyota we wanted to look at. There was a Honda we wanted to look at.
Oh, that they had in their used lot.
Yeah, yeah. It's a used. It's not a new car. It's a used car.
Okay.
So we went there, and as soon as we walked around, that car stood out. So what we did is we test drove it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll always go through reviews. I'll check on it, whatever.
Sure.
But just jumping in the car, right, taking on test drive, cruising down NOLAND, going all the way to the highway, taking on the highway, see what it feels like. Checked every box. Not only from a luxury side, but also just convenience side. It checked everything. So we're like, damn, we weren't even
luxury,
thinking about this car.
Okay.
So
You and I have a different subject on luxury, but that's fine. Keep going.
Yeah. I mean, price range, right? Luxury for a price range. Under 30 grand, you're not getting a Mercedes interior. You're not getting an Audi interior, quality interior. You're not. Or ride and feel. So that's what we went with. And as soon as we took this Chevy Malibu out, blew my mind. I mean, honestly, it literally made us say, that is a great car. Now, what I did after the test drive, because, right, you get it. You test drive something, it sounds good, feels good.
You do have to drive them. I mean, you could buy a car overseas and be like, I love that car, but all of a sudden you go to drive it, you be like, it might fall apart.
But even doing that,
you may not like it.
I even go above that, right? Yes, it feels great, blah, 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 blah. It's a test drive for 20 miles, right? Give or take.
Yep.
It's not like you're living with the car.
Yep.
But it's the reviews. It is what it is. For the price of $23,000 that we were getting it for was far less than quality-wise. In other words, it has every option available, right? CarPlay, adaptive cruise control, lane assist.
There we go.
All of those. I mean, it has
got
everything. Everything. And, of course, my wife loves
more
this
shit to go wrong. That's okay.
panoramic sunroof.
Oh, yeah.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, but you,
Right.
you know what? We all know that, but we still
And
want
not
the
only
options.
that-
We still want the options.
Even being used, 5-year warranty covers everything. A new car warranty on it.
Okay.
So
What year is it though?
it's a 2020,
Okay.
right? But 5 years from the time you purchase it, it's 5 years covered.
Okay.
And the only company I've seen it, I don't want to call people out, but only group that I saw that will do that. So in other words, it's a certified Chevy car,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And they're willing to put 5 years behind it.
Okay.
And it gave me every option that we were looking for, plus more.
Okay.
For the price range we're looking at. Not saying it's the best car in the world,
Gotcha.
but it checked every box that we were looking for.
Right. Sure. Okay.
So we can go down that road.
All righty.
And I know
Well,
we had this
I
conversation.
think everything that you did, and see, this is the thing. If you got everybody listening here, you see,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Chris thinks that I'm going to argue about him in this car.
Of course
and
you're going
he's
to.
Full,
Of
he's
course
full
you
of
are.
it.
That's the reason why we do these
everything
shows.
that Chris does in picking this car was absolutely on point.
The way you should do it.
He's good. He did it. He's done it. He picked the perfect car. It's right. I can't argue. Next subject, please.
But really, that was short. That wasn't even the argument I was expecting.
Oh. Well, I mean, to be honest, I can't. I don't have anything to go.
You have no
against it.
rebuttal.
I've got nothing except for everything you did is wrong.
You know what? I'm not.
Your choice was perfect, except that it's the wrong car.
Well, there you go. You know what? To be honest,
Wrong car.
my brother, who's a chief mechanic for another company, and he dives into these cars. And the American models seem to be, and I'm not an American car guy, right? I'm not a Chevy Ford guy. That's not my world.
Sure.
He swears by it. I mean, he's had everything from just Blazers.
So yeah, I can't disagree. So if it's, I'm not sure on what you said. It's a 2-liter, right?
Yeah,
I'm
2.0
not 100%
turbo. It's
exactly
the only
what-
one they put it in.
I'm not exactly sure if that's any different than the 2-liter they've had in the past, because that 2-liter they had in the past that I can recall, that was like a Cobalt SS engine.
yep,
all this,
yep.
That was really good engine.
Yeah.
But those 2-liters had like 250 something horsepower in those ones.
I think mine's like 230, something like that.
Okay, so it's above 200 then. You're
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Then I think that probably is the same one. It's just because it's not in their so-called bigger, sportier tuned one. They just tune it down a little bit.
Yep.
In reality, that makes it more reliable.
Yeah, and the motor they're running now
I
is...
can't disagree with drivetrains on Chevrolet mostly.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, they're actually not bad.
Yeah.
That's not what the problem is.
What's the problem?
The car's wrong.
Because it's
Yeah,
not.
the wrong stuff.
It
Okay.
just has the wrong
All
logo
right,
on it.
You want to know why you
Like,
got
yeah,
all
yeah, break
these
it
little
down.
extra
Yeah, let's see it. Let me-
lane assists?
I'm
going
going
to
to call you out and we can go from there.
You want to know why all that extra little bonuses
Why?
on there?
Why is it
Ooh,
free?
I've got the better comfortable seats. I've got the. You want to know why you think it cruises better than the
Yeah.
rest of them? Because the suspension is so damn relaxed. It doesn't do nothing. You can't help but yet ride. It's like, ooh, this is like a Cadillac from the 80s. Because they don't put any real time and money and force. You kind of want a car to give you a little bit of feedback so you know what's going on with the road. However, with that said, in order to put that car in any aspect of I don't know, against its competitors, to be competitive, it has to
what's
give
your
you
competitor?
It has to give you all those options, or it will never sell a car.
So,
if it's one of those, I can go get a Camry, and it's $2,000 more, and it has less options. There's a reason for it, because ever those options that you put on the Camry are going to outlast and be better than what you get
Yeah, I
in a
didn't see that.
Malibu.
Nope, I don't see it.
You're going to get stuff that,
I don't see it.
there's so
Nope.
much little cheapy plastics.
No, I'm not paying
You know what?
$30,000 for a stripped down
Grab
Camry.
the dash and scratch it. I bet it's going to be like some cheap.
No, it's actually
plastic,
very soft.
and the vents will be like, what the hell is this made out of?
I
Play-Doh?
get it. I get it. Believe me, you know me. I'm an Audi guy. I look at the interior.
You're a hold on. For everybody listening, he is a performance car Audi guy, not just an Audi guy.
Yeah, but all Audis are luxury. We had this conversation. We can argue
All
about it
Audis
again.
are
They're
luxury-ish.
luxury-ish.
They're
Yeah,
not
they're
luxury.
luxury.
They're not more luxury than a Porsche.
Everything's soft touch. I know
We'll get
fit
to that
and,
one.
I know fit and finish on a car.
So
And that's what I compare it against.
And okay, so I've seen Chevys. I've even seen some Fords. I'm not the biggest. I like our domestic brands, but only to a point. But then again, just because I like, let's say, Japanese imports, it doesn't mean I'd buy any Honda or any Toyota.
No.
Because usually when I'm buying a car, there's a little bit of performance behind it. Like it might be like, one, why didn't you go with the Jetta? Okay, now I don't have an argument for used, because the used market's like this.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
But if you're going out and buying brand new Malibu right now, I have an argument for you. As in, I got about 7 arguments for you.
Yeah, but
Do you want to hear what those 7 arguments are?
Okay, well, wait a minute. Before you get into it, are you just going to jump right into
Yep,
it?
I sure am.
I think, honestly...
I got 7 arguments
go
for
ahead.
you.
Go ahead. Let me hear your arguments.
I've got Nissan Altima. I got Subaru Legacy. I got Hyundai Sonata. I got Toyota Camry. I got Kia KS. I've got a Honda Accord. I got a Volkswagen Jetta. Or an Artero. There's 8. All cars that I would look at buying before a Malibu. Yes, I know. I said Kia and a Hyundai in there.
Nope. We looked at it. We looked at the Sonata. We looked at the Kia K5. We looked at all of them. Honestly, I mean that was our realm that we were dealing with.
Right, and typically, if you're buying an Accord or a Camry, are you probably going to be paying a little bit more? Yes.
Of course you are.
Probably so.
And it's a stripped down model.
But
it's a base model that you're buying.
I'm not even referring to that. Let's say fully loaded to both sides.
Oh, you're easily 10 grand more than a fully loaded
There
Malibu.
typically is a reasoning for that.
Why?
Because of the quality of materials used, because of the things. So you might have the bells and whistles on the Malibu, but are you going to have those bells and whistles working at Ultimate Thing from 10 years from now?
I
don't know about that.
Now you're talking about just the engineering side of it.
So you can't judge a car. If you're buying the car, you can watch 1,000 different magazines, YouTube people. You can't trust those YouTube car guys, I tell you what.
Those guys. That fucking guy.
I mean, they do reviews on a new car and tell you how it drives, how it feels, and what it's like when it's brand new.
Right.
They don't know what it's like 6 months to
Will,
6 years
you're
down
right.
the road.
No Nissan. We test drove them all. They're crap.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I am a Nissan fan, but I haven't been I haven't been a recent Nissan fan because I don't feel like they've made anything outside of the Z that I really care for.
Well,
I would
that's
buy a
more
Maxima
on the performance
if they
side.
still make the Maxima. I would get that over the Ultima all day long.
Yeah.
But now that's a little bit bigger car. You're in a different price bracket. That's not the same. So, okay, how about this? I will agree with you. Don't do the Ultima.
Yeah.
What about the Legacy? All-wheel drive.
You know, I looked at Subaru.
Those, you know what?
The problem I
This is what you do.
I run
You know how
into,
you test the Subaru out? Go drive it over some railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the whole list of cars I just mentioned to you, it'll soak up the bumps better than all of them.
Yep.
I'm not lying. And this is me before I bought Volkswagen. I was going to buy Subaru. There's a weird reason why we didn't go with Subaru, but that was because the dealership we dealt with dropped the ball on us, so we went next door. Next door was Volkswagen.
Yeah.
So we bought a Golf, and we fell in love with the Golf.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I love Subaru.
A Hyundai or Kia, I get it. People may not trust them, but you know what? If any car manufacturer in the last
they're both up there.
If any car manufacturer in the last 20 years have gone the furthest and improved the most, it is both Kia and Hyundai. They've improved the most in the last 20 years. Because 20 years ago, if you said, "Hey, I'm going to buy a Kia or Hyundai," I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right.
I'd go buy a Pinto over one of those cars.
100% agree.
Nowadays, I don't know about that. Matter of fact, my mother-in-law, she has a Kia.
Yeah.
She's had a Kia since 2012. It's the same Kia, and it's been the most reliable car she has ever owned. I'm not saying I would have bought that same one.
Right.
But nowadays, I'd buy her version a little bit more nowadays than it was then.
Yeah.
I think, once again, I think a Kia is a little bit more in the price range of your Malibu. Out of all the ones,
it's not. You know what?
When it comes to
we looked at the
new
Sonata.
to new though, new to new. You got to make sure the engines are kind of comparable, and then you will get the same options because you can get a fully loaded Kia of the same size like Toyota.
Cost more,
and the Toyota will cost more than the Kia, probably.
Yeah, they're both for what we were looking for, right? I don't want a stripped down car.
A Malibu, a Malibu. I'm talking about 2024s here, right? 2024 Malibu, 2023, 2024, somewhere there. Is going to range from $25,000 to $31,000.
Premium is on the 31,000.
A Kia
side.
K5 in the same category as that Malibu is going to run you 25 to 31,000.
Yep.
Same options, same prices.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I don't
But
know.
I'm not-
I don't know that I'd take the. I don't know that I'd take the Malibu over the Kia.
We weren't looking at a new car. We're looking at a used car.
That's a totally different argument that you didn't bring up to me at the beginning of it. You
not looking at
told me
buying
you're
brand
buying a
new.
Malibu.
I'm
I
looking
thought it was new.
Right. We had a price range under 30,000.
Used.
What can you buy?
You know what? Okay, fine. You should have bought a Porsche.
We looked at Kia. We looked at. Believe me, I looked at.
I bought my Porsche
I
for the
looked
price
at-
you're buying a Malibu.
I looked at not even
Who
rebuilding.
would get a Malibu over a Porsche?
Not even rebuilding my car.
Of course, mine's only a two-seater.
Sell my car, and find something else. Nothing was in the wheelhouse. What we look for.
By the way, the Honda Accords I think are ugly. So no,
I
I would.
agree.
And
I
you know
agree.
what? The top trim Honda Accord is cheaper than the top trim Malibu. Bingo, baby.
No.
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
No, it's
by
not.
almost $2,000.
It's not. Believe me, we looked at them all. It's 20.
No, you can't.
It's
Oh, no. You looked at
28,000.
used. You
It's-
can't. And you know why yours was cheaper used? Because the Malibu can't hold this damn value.
That
Because
might
it's
be
a
true.
cheap car.
That might be true.
Things will fall apart.
That might be true.
But with that said,
all right. Anyway,
hold
but
on.
that's what we're buying.
I
so-
will say this though: as long as the maintenance is done on the engine, I feel
There
like
you
that
go.
engine will run for
and
a while.
it's under warranty. $23,000, fully loaded Malibu.
Your buttons are going to fuck up.
5-year warranty.
Your shit's
There
gonna
you go.
mess up. But
That's
you
what
know,
we're
you
doing.
know what's going to mess up more than you know what? Why didn't you buy a Chrysler 300C while you're at it?
Those were even more. Believe me, I looked at every option.
Then you could have been pimping down the road.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I mean, it is about, firstly, when you look at a used car, it is about what draws your attention. So
Okay.
that's the exterior.
So, okay, with this said, now, I know at one point Will just said you need to go drive an Alpha, but you know what? Will, he's talking about
No.
used now, not brand new. So guess what? Apparently that's out of the box.
Yeah.
too.
You know what, Will, just to give you insight, I did look at Alphas.
What's wrong with the Pinto?
Too expensive.
Well,
and they're not fully loaded. You're getting a
they got a
stripped
little
down
bit of a
model.
fire hazard if you get hit from the rear.
I like, for
Yeah.
a daily driver, I want it to be a sedan that rides comfortable, has all the features, adaptive cruise, lane assist, all those features, right?
Yep.
My wife's check boxes are, does it look good, good color, the sunroof, those type of things. And now you got to accommodate, what does that look like? We didn't find anything short under
Okay.
$30,000.
Okay. So you asked me earlier. Okay, fine.
Yeah, let's get into
Corey.
the- well,
you
first,
said, you
yeah,
said,
we
you
gotta
said-
get into
Hold
this
on.
one.
You said, Corey, if you were to go now, I have to talk new though. I can't. I used. You don't know the market. I can go look at a Malibu
Yeah,
at a
but
different
what's the
place,
quality,
and it
though?
costs more or less than what you buy for the same thing.
I get it, but what's the quality of the car?
So I can only think of if I'm going to buy a new car, because used, I don't know, because it depends on, I'll buy that car new, but if it's used, is the price right on it? Because used now there's a little bit more of the whole, you haggle more. You can't really haggle on an MSRP. so
Yeah,
much.
I mean, honestly, since
Okay.
we put our
Now-
hold on our car,
Now-
honestly,
Yep.
we put our hold on our car
Yep.
2 weeks ago at $23,000. That price of that car went up to $25,000.
The used car market has been out of whack the last couple years.
Yeah.
It's starting to kind of mellow out a little bit more, but it's still out of whack.
Yeah.
You can't put that in the categories. That's why I can only base this off new. So you said, Corey, if you went out and bought a 4-door car that you can use family, it's an AB car. You're not buying it because it's performance oriented.
Right.
What would you go buy?
Yep.
The number one place I would go look right now.
Let me hear it.
Do you want to give a guess?
Volkswagen.
Yes, it would be.
Of course it would. That's where your brain's at.
For a German automobile, and I
What
like,
car are
and
you
I like
getting?
German.
What car would you select?
So if it's
Under
if
30.
if it's going to be a price, if it's got to be against the Malibu, then I have to go with the Jetta. And you're thinking probably right now,
But
the,
it's so
the Jetta's
small.
small. It isn't. The Jetta has just as much, if not better, room in the back, and the trunk is the same fucking size as the Malibu.
Oh, we can't cuss on our show.
You absolutely can do whatever we want. It's our damn show.
There you go. Okay, you know what? We looked at the Jetta, and we looked at the Passat, and we looked at the even older versions.
I can't go with
we
the
went
Passat
with the
right now
CC.
because now the Passat's not being made. So if I wanted a bigger car than what a Malibu or Jetta would be, I'd have to go with the
Atrium?
Arterion or something.
Yeah,
like that.
whatever
it's called.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
that's a good looking car, and I feel like I would go
I
that
agree.
route over an A series Audi.
It's 10 grand more.
But now I will say the
$10,000 more
the
for the same
Aterion
features.
is a much bigger. It is a bigger car, and that is now an Aterion is a bigger car than the Malibu. And it's bumping up into more of the luxury class to where now that car is as luxury as the entry-level Audis and Mercedes.
Yeah, I'll give you that fit and finish. They do. Volkswagen Group
but
does
I
an
have to
amazing
back
job.
up. And so here's the other thing. Here's the other thing I would do. So not only the fact that I would choose a Jetta because I can get a Jetta fairly equipped for the price of a new
S or fully loaded.
Okay, all right, I can do this.
Because you're not getting anything in a Jetta S. Everything is manual, right? Manual windows, manual seats, no safety features.
So I can go with a top trim. A top trim. Top trim. Are you ready here? Top trim. I can't even see the top trim. Where's it at? All right. I can go with a top trim Jetta. Okay, so actually, if people don't really know, I don't know how many trim levels there are in a Malibu, but in a Jetta,
Premier is the top.
An S is the
basic,
base, right?
Basic. Yeah.
Then it goes to a Sport, and then it goes to an SE, and then it goes to the SEL.
Yep. Malibu has 3 different
SEL,
levels. Yeah.
You don't have to add options because the way Volkswagen does it simplifies it. Oh, you want that option? Well, then you buy that trim level.
Yeah.
It's not
and
like
that's what
you
Malibu does the same thing.
You don't buy an SEL and then add more features. It has all the features.
Correct.
An SEL, $28,000, brand new, under 30. Bingo, baby.
Brand new?
Brand new. $28,385. 2024, biatch.
No, not doing it.
Right there.
Nope.
Boom. You know what? I would actually do. Here's the thing.
I'm gonna give you a ride in my brand new Malibu.
This is what
on Monday.
This is what I will do. This is what do you guys want to see that? Do you want to see a Craving Cars
you
first
know what
impression
we have to do
on
honestly,
a 2020 Malibu?
Honestly, what we need to do is we got to cover our topic tonight. We have to cover it.
We do. Okay, let's do that. Now, just for the shits and giggles, when you ask what I would choose trim-wise for the thing, I probably would actually go with the Jetta GLI. Because I get my 4-door family car with some performance behind it.
Yeah, what's that price? 40,000.
No, 31,585. 31,585.
There you go. Brand new 2023.
But that's brand new. That's reasonable. A 4-door, decent, like I'm sorry, I have a 2019 Golf GTI, and I have no issues with the quality of that interior. I bet it's damn sight better than a Malibu.
No. Wait till you ride my Malibu come Monday.
Guess what we're doing? Okay,
we're test driving the Malibu.
We already got a comparison coming up between a Porsche and an Audi. So now we're going to see a comparison between a Volkswagen 2019 and a 2020 Malibu. Now, I know it's a Golf, but the interior quality is going to be about where the Jetta is.
Yeah, but it's so small.
The Jetta is going to be about the same. The quality of the interior is going to be like an SEL Jetta or a GLI Jetta.
Yeah, but the wife won't.
It's going to be the same as a Jetta.
The wife doesn't like hatchbacks.
Jetta.
So
it's going to be the same quality interior as a Jetta.
I don't think so.
Why are you listening to me right now, mister?
I don't think so. Right. I'm a firm believer in...
And it's already going to blow your Malibu away anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
There you go.
So
all right, we'll go buy one.
We have a little bit of a top today. I know we started slightly late
we
because
did.
we have
This
technical
was our
difficulties.
topic. Yep.
So we're going to talk a little bit about...
NOLAND Road.
NOLAND Road.
Yep.
If you guys are out of town and you don't know... So NOLAND Road is in Independence, Missouri. It was known as the big cruising point since the 70s.
Yep.
All right.
It was huge.
Craving Cars did a small little piece a few years ago on NOLAND Road, just to kind of give you an idea, because what had happened in the early 2000s, if not late 1990s, early 2000s, it faded away and it basically died. It completely died. COVID brought it back.
Yeah.
COVID's what brought it back because it allowed people to cruise. It allowed people to cruise, to hang out with car people for that. All the car shows are being canceled in 2020.
Yep.
In 2020 or the end of 2020 or 2021, they were bringing it back because people were able to stay in their cars, keep distance from people, and still cruise and hang out with people with the cars.
Yep.
That's the whole idea. It brought it back, and Craving Cars did a small piece for that. Another one here in Kansas City who has also been covering NOLAND Road a lot. Will's Wheels from Will from Will's Wheels YouTube channel as well.
Craig, for sure. Craig and Sean.
And then since then, obviously, we've had some Facebook group pages. Craig's been holding it. Sean Anderson. Do you remember Craig's last name at the top of your head without looking it up? It doesn't matter. There are two pages actually currently right now of NOLAND Road.
I don't even know your
stuff.
last name.
It's Foreman. George is my daddy.
But no, big shout out to those guys because you
Yes.
know what? In the last, what do you say, 6 months, it blew up.
Well, and that's the thing. So it has been when it came back, the streets were so packed, and we got something. Do you have some?
I have.
Do you have something prepared to show them?
I have an older video.
Oh, okay.
That when you did it.
Okay, it's going to show you then how packed that started getting.
Yeah.
Then it is more packed than that now.
Yeah.
Can we watch that?
You want to roll it?
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Many years ago, at least as early as the 80s, Nolan Road in Independence, Missouri was a big cruising spot. But I'd say close to 20 years ago, they kind of shut it down. But fortunately, it's back. I'm Corey Pratt, and this is Craving Cars. Okay, so I did get word that that I know someone that was doing it at least back into the mid-'70s. So when it actually started, I really don't know, but it's been going on for a long time. Had a nice little break, but at the moment, man, it is. Maybe you can thank COVID-19 for this blowing up the way it is, but it has been going on for a little over a month now. Every weekend, cruising. It's been packed. Lots of stuff. You're going to see everything. You're going to see imports. You're going to see domestic. You're going to see classics and new cars and rat rods and bikes and you name it, it's going to be out here. Well, we need to go hit the road and actually, well, do what a cruise strip is for, is cruising. So we've got a lovely gentleman that is going to assist us in doing that in his beautiful Shelby GT350. Let's go have some fun. Many years ago, at least as early as the 80s.
I got you.
Alrighty. Now,
You know, that's the deal.
We just put-
what back then. What do you want me to kill you?
no, your mic's sitting at your neck.
Oh,
There you go.
sorry.
Trying to help you out here. Obviously, we got the full video on that one.
Yeah.
Watch the full video. It's only probably about 7 minutes long.
How long
altogether.
ago was this video? Because you know, I just
it was. I believe it was 20. It had to be fall of 2020
Was
because
it?
I think that's
Yeah.
when the Nolan Road Cruise was coming back. Was
Okay.
at the end of, because people, all these car shows throughout 2020 is getting canceled. That's when it came back. So I believe that
Yeah.
was about 3 years ago. I'm pretty sure. And Craig Fisher was the one we were looking for who helps monitor the Nolan Road Cruise page on
Yep.
Facebook.
Yep.
They do a fantastic job. There are
he's
quite a few
been
followers
amazing.
on that. Yes, he's
Yeah.
been absolutely
Yeah.
amazing. And so has Sean.
So let's
Anderson.
talk about
So,
this real quick. To be honest, that strip.
Obviously, you guys watch it. I just posted that out again. Go to our Facebook page or just YouTube. Go back about 3.
There you go.
Go back
3.5
3 years, or so.
years ago.
Look it up.
Whatever it is.
Watch the rest of that. It's really fantastic,
Yep.
actually.
But we've seen people talking online. So in other words, right, we know Nolan Road's going through just independence, police kind of people, businesses have backed off of supporting because they see the drama that could be happening.
And it could be the reason why it got canceled 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Why not much of it was coming back from 20 years ago.
But you can't blame the organizers or the promoters, right? The people behind it, because they're not the police. They can't control anything.
You got those few small handful of people who are kind of abusing the whole idea.
We've been down this road. I've been down this road with Mod Squad.
The last time I just drove through there because my wife wanted to get an idea how big it had gotten. I'm like, I will show you how big it got. It's gotten big. And we'll go through a thing and she goes, you think you know anybody here? I'm like, you're kidding, right? Everybody who's in the cars in Kansas City knows somebody at Nolan Road cruising because everybody at some point goes there.
Exactly.
That's in the cars in the Kansas City area. So we went through there, and there was, like, for instance, an individual, one of those tiny little bikes, really tiny little, and they were just, and at one point I'm like, I probably shouldn't be going that fast, because he can hit somebody with that. And certain things like that. Now I don't mind that they're riding it as long as they're being, responsible and respectable about it. Like, he zoomed by my window so close, I actually kind of jumped a little bit in my car, and I was like, "Whoa! I didn't even see him coming up. I'm glad I wasn't trying to turn because I'd have wiped him right out."
Yeah, and I think that's where what's a good thing about Nolan Road is, yes, there's a lot of, I don't want to come, even myself, I don't want to call them old guys, but people that are used to doing this for years now. They understand the environment. They know how to control the environment, right?
Yeah.
But you got the new people who are just wanting to get involved and think it's just, hey, let's have fun.
Right.
Right?
Now,
which is not what it is, right? Because you can't sustain that very long. And we went through this with Mod Squad. We did the same thing.
The video explains a lot of things. If you finish watching the video, please, guys, go back and watch the video. But
please.
It talks about, like, that day, how big that was, and there wasn't one incident that happened. There wasn't one light that had to flash on the cops. Were there cops around? Well, why wouldn't they be? With that many people, they're going to be.
Of course they are.
But everyone I talked to, they wanted to just see the cars. They really were there to see the cars and hoping nothing stupid happened because they didn't want to ruin their night.
Right. And the police have to be there because it's a large gathering. You never know what breaks off,
it's
right?
Just one of those things, right?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they can also be there in case an accident happens, which is an accident's an accident. Let's say something just out of the ordinary, nothing, nobody doing anything stupid, accidents happen. Right. So they're just there. And they were enjoying their time. And it explained how everybody was having a good time.
We always talk to the police officers when they come through.
But I want to explain how Nolan Road was back in the 90s. Because the 90s is when I had cruised it.
Yeah.
Okay?
What'd you do?
Back in the day. In my hold back, guys. Hold back. Wait a second. In my 1981 Toyota Tercel. It wasn't about having a fancy car.
This is where the Toyota comes
It wasn't about having a fancy car or being a hot rod. It was just being around people and the camaraderie, hanging out. But the way they did it, it was spread out between a lot more of Nolan Road. It wasn't the concentrated area that it is now.
Correct.
It went all the way down to 40 Highway.
Yeah.
There was the old Sam's Club that used to be in a park. Now there's actually, they completely redid a whole new building in that parking lot now. They can't really use that parking lot now. But but there would be a gathering there. There would be a gathering where Toys R Us used to be. There would be a gathering in a little parking lot. There'd be a gathering across the street where where the Hy-Vee's at now. It used to be something else. They would be scattered. And then you literally would cruise up and down. You would there'd be a turning spot all the way down on 35th Street, all the way down to 40 Highway. And you would cruise it, and then you'd occasionally get out, see who's in this little group. You'd hang out, and you'd chat for a while. And you're like, all right, let's go cruise again. And then you go down and cruise some more. So there wasn't just one parking lot constantly filled with people that just would sit there and camp out. You would have them constantly moving, and you would have parking lots everywhere being used. And as far as I know, now what do I know? I was young then, almost as young as I am now.
65.
And I never really saw any real incidents. I didn't see cops really being a big thing there. And we all just had a good time. We just hung out and chatted. And then if you were a young single guy, you were trying to collect as many digits as you could.
Yeah.
So that's how it was.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs to go back to that.
Well,
Because now
you
I
know,
feel like
that's-
it went out. People don't cruise up and down as much.
No.
The
And I
video,
think
the video showed a lot of cruising up and
yeah.
down.
And unfortunately,
They get
this
out, they
last
park,
week,
they
they
just
had to
sit
do more of the cruising because the lot's so small now,
Yeah.
right? So you
You should
used to
cruise
have...
more. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's why it's a cruise. You know, but the problem is now you got moving violations versus just annoyance, right? So does it make more sense to be parked in lots, have everybody parked, in other words, they're not driving,
That's more
or
like a
have
car
them
meet.
driving up and down the street and
I-
getting moving violations?
Why would they get moving violations driving up and down the street?
No, cruising too loud, cruising. Once you start driving,
you just don't be
It's a
stupid.
different. Well, I get that, but
They'll
why
sit-
wouldn't
they'll
you
sit there at
want
red
to?
light, do
Why,
a burnout?
why wouldn't you want to contain the environment like it has been over the last few weeks, right? Why wouldn't you want to contain that instead of saying, "Oh well, as long as you're not parked, go cruise up and down"?
I think you should share the love and visit other businesses, parking lots, so
Yeah, but
everybody
nobody's
can get the
open at that
advertisement.
time of night.
Everybody can get
So.
advertisement. I don't see any reason. I don't see any problem with people hanging out in parking lots.
I don't
and
either.
then saying, "Hey, let's go up and down a couple times and have a little bit of fun."
Right, but you got to come back to somewhere.
Right, and then you know what? Grab a different spot.
Right, but now that somewhere is now gone or controlled, right? In other words,
I
you're
don't know what you're
limited. Now you've lost 3/4 of that parking lot
What are you talking about?
on Nolan Road.
I don't know what you're saying.
The parking lot has been shut down for the most
What
part.
parking lot?
Advanced Auto,
Oh,
AutoZone, thrift
there's-
store.
There's many other places.
I get it.
There's many
But
other places that we
that's
can. They need to utilize more of the Nolan Road side itself, not
Which
just this
where
like,
this
block
comes
area.
into the conversation is
Let's cruise Nolan
they
Road
are
like it
ripping
used to be.
down the old Venture, old Kmart
Okay,
across the street, right?
what, the building itself?
Yeah, they're
Really?
ripping it out.
Wonder why they-
Now
why
what
they're
they're
doing
doing with it, I don't know,
Oh, I
but
see.
they're
Okay.
ripping it out.
Okay,
So now it's an open lot.
all right.
Is that an area that we can maybe move things to? Are they trying to just isolate, or is it not part of anything? In other words, well, you're not welcome here either. Because right now, I think the problem with Nolan Road is it's gotten so big that the business owners have a problem when they go to work the next day. They have to clean up everything, right? It's
So come on, guys, pick. If you know who you are,
Right.
If you're throwing trash down, pick
Right.
the crap up and throw it in the damn trash can somewhere.
Right.
If there isn't one there, guess what? You put it in your car and you throw it away at the next gas station
There
or
you
when
go.
you get home.
There you go.
Bingo.
I mean, that's the honest truth. I think that's the problem because they show up after.
It's not fair that there is a small few that ruin it for the many.
That's
And
well, that's
really
always
annoying.
the problem.
But here's the thing. If we're too concentrated and people think we're too busy in certain areas, then let's spread the love out, utilize a little bit more of Nolan Road itself, and go up and
Appreciate-
down a little
yeah.
bit more
Yeah.
than what it used to be.
Appreciate the businesses that support us being there.
Trust me, the law, they don't have any issues with people because they're being
No.
respectful, aren't going to say a thing because there's no reason for them to say a thing. Am I right?
Yep. No, I agree.
I think this goes back to the whole roots.
Yeah, it's
Do the routes. Cruise the Nolan Road.
To Sean's point,
It isn't parking Nolan
common
Road. It's
sense.
cruising Nolan Road, not
That's right.
parking Nolan Road.
Right.
So cruise, take a break, hang out with some people, blah, blah, blah. Go up
Yep.
and down again.
Yeah,
Have some fun.
yeah.
'Cause guess
Respect
what?
the environment.
You'll see more people cruising up and
Yeah.
down. You'll see more cars cruising up and down
Yep.
than you will just staying stationary the whole
I
time.
always say it this way: if you had 10 people come over to your house and they trashed it and just left, how would you feel?
I would invite 10 new people next time.
Same problem, right? I mean, you got to respect the businesses. It's their property. You got to respect it. And you should be cleaning up after yourself. I think that's the biggest problem. And of course, you get the dummies that just want to spin out and drive up and down Nolan Road, ripping up things, revving their motors. We all heard great motors. We get it. You got a great car. Great. Who cares?
Yeah.
You're not blowing anybody's mind.
If you want to give a little boom boom once in a blue moon, like as you go down, okay, whatever.
it.
But
That's
you don't need
fine.
to sit there and just the whole time.
Yeah.
It just does. It's not
Yeah.
necessary.
Yep.
However,
and I've done that before. I've gotten in that.
well, that's
world.
because you're obnoxious Audi owner.
Well, there you go.
I'm kidding.
But I agree.
He's
but I
not
wouldn't do
obnoxious,
it.
But he is an Audi owner.
I wouldn't do it in a property that I couldn't do it in.
Well, and hey,
I'm not ripping into a public lot.
That goes back to, is it your place? Then don't do it.
There you go.
Just straight up. It's a respectable thing.
Yeah.
So be respectable. Let's keep the cruising going. And guess what?
Right.
Let's cruise.
Enjoy the night.
Matter of fact, how's it going? How's this weekend going? Are we going? Is it on this weekend? Are they going to be doing something?
I think they're doing it.
Do you guys want to see Craving Cars cruising up and down? Not
Saturday
park.
night?
You want to cruise up and down? You want to follow Craving Cars? Do you want to meet us out there?
Yeah, we can do it.
Why don't we do it Saturday night?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's set up the van. Let's just do what we need to do to help support.
We're
the
going to
promoters.
cruise up and down. We'll stop.
Oh.
You guys want to see? You guys want to be in a live video? You want to see? Get us what? Come up to the van. Move your car up around, up and down.
That's right.
We'll get a shot. We'll see what it is, and guess what? Then we're going to move that lot, and
There
we're
you
going to
go.
cruise down and go another lot, and you'll have to follow us down to that lot too.
There you go.
Up and down.
That's an idea.
It's called cruise night, not park night.
There you go. There you go.
That's how I see it.
Yeah. People get bored on just parking in lots for multiple hours. And I think that's where the drama starts to come in. Or you just have people that went there for one reason.
Matter of fact, we can cruise down. We'll get some cruise shots. Just slide the door open.
We know people.
Just lean out the side. We'll get some cruise shots down the way.
We've got lots. We know what to do. So
I tell you what, I do want to move to the comments. Can we go to the comments?
yeah, let's go.
What do we got? Nope, no comments. Okay, next. No, I'm kidding. We got some.
Craving night.
There you
I
go.
love that idea.
A couple of them said they would talk about going all the way down to 24 highway to 40 highway. That's a long cruise there. I don't know that I would go that far.
24 doesn't connect with 40.
Oh, no, with NOLAND. NOLAND from 24 highway all the way down to 40 highway.
Oh.
We're talking about NOLAND Road here. You know that, right?
Well, I know, but it says 24 highway.
Right.
To Nolan, or
No, 24 to 40. You're taking NOLAND Road from
doesn't
24
match.
highway to 40. Yes, it does. 24 NOLAND Road goes all the way to 24 highway.
You're talking way. You're talking way
We're
down.
still talking NOLAND Road here.
No.
I know that's a little far. I feel like.
Yeah.
I think from 35th.
That's a long way.
I think 35th Street to 40 highway is a good little cruising area.
I think if you cruised up Nolan all the way to 40 highway, turn right, go down by the Walmart, and then come back on the highway.
You don't
and then
have to go
back.
that far. Don't all the way to the Walmart. Just turn around before you before you get to the truck stop there.
Bottom line is this Saturday night, you can check us out. We'll be at Nolan Road Cruise Night covering it. And then we'll figure out where to go.
And, okay. We got Sean and stuff. You know, it is common sense to pick after the show. Pick after the stuff.
You know what? I think
Matter of
that's
fact,
what a lot of people lost their mind with. There's
what?
no common sense anymore.
I've even found myself at times picking up someone else's trash because I didn't want it being there.
No.
I shouldn't have to do that.
Nope.
And not everybody out there should have to be picking up everybody's trash. But I mean, sometimes I look at it as like, I don't want this stupid show to be ruined. And then guess what? You know, you can only do so much, and then it might still get ruined.
If you're that disrespectful of the event that you're attending, that you're going to just throw your trash on the ground and think somebody else is going to clean it, you should not attend.
And it is true. Someone else also, will also mention, the small few tend to always ruin it, and that's what. And I hate that. I don't know why they just can't kick those small few out.
Because that's the world the media is in right now.
And here you go. They're supporting other little food places because there are food places that are open.
Yep.
We got they talk about here going to Hardee's, and they'd stop in, grab a bite to eat while they're cruising. There's other places that'll be open as well.
We got the ice cream shop down the street right there,
absolutely,
right before the highway.
35 Sonic to 40 Highway.
Yeah,
that's what they did in the 90s. Yeah, that's exactly what it was because that's right there on 35th Street, isn't it? Isn't that correct? There's a Sonic there.
Yep.
We either go to Sonic or we turn around to the gas station that was around the corner.
Yep. Get yourself a freezy or something.
We come back.
Support the businesses.
Let's do that. We're gonna go out. It's Craving cruising night.
There you go. No, it's already been called.
Craving car cruising.
But no, you know what?
So-
Support the people that have been building this up because Craig, Sean, multiple people have just been doing an amazing job doing it. So
please, and also, to be honest with you guys, please share this out. Please share that Nolan Road video that was reposted. If you don't see that on Facebook, Go back to Craving Cars. It's in
Yeah.
there from 2020, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And if not, show them where this live show is at, because it's obviously going on the same page. It's going on there, and we'll post links to it as well.
I'd
on
hate
Facebook.
to see Nolan Road just be
People need to know
shut
about it.
down.
Share this out to absolutely everybody about this whole Nolan cruise thing, because let's not let it die for another 20 years.
Right.
It hasn't been back long enough to die again.
Yep.
Let's keep it going.
Yep. I agree.
What else you got?
What do you want to close out with? Because we're way over time, but that's all right. I know we have our audience.
It's our thing. It's our thing. Thank you once again to our sponsors. We are Warriors, RICHLINE Motorsports, Timely Delivery Service, and our latest, of course, unKCorked Wine and Spirits.
That's right. Mod Squad and Kids and Cars for sure.
And then thank you. You helped make this show possible.
You think that's
I thought you were going to go a little bit further with that for some reason. I don't know what I was going
we're
with.
going to end it.
It's
It's always a great time.
Thank
I'm
you.
looking forward
Thanks so much.
Eureka Springs. So next
Springs will be
week,
fun.
next Thursday, we won't have a show.
I think we're going to do a little live next weekend, as long as we're in the area that actually allows us to do that, to show people what we're doing.
The 26th,
to give us an idea what other stuff, other content we're going to be putting up from it.
But
So,
next
but it's good
Thursday's
stuff.
show we won't be doing.
No, we are gone next Thursday due
We're
to
traveling.
travel issues. I mean, he's already going to be gone because he's got some things going.
My 30th anniversary with my wife.
We will be getting ready to travel as well to get down
There
to
you go.
Eureka Springs that night as well. So,
Yeah.
with all that said, thank you to everybody who helps supports Nolan Road, of course. Thank you for everybody who agrees with me and knows that Chris is choosing the wrong car.
No,
and,
that's not it.
And
that's not. I'm not done yet.
And we're signing
I'm
out
not
for the
done
night.
yet.
We're done. I am Corey Pratt.
Chris Ruck.
And to all you cravers out there,
Keep craving, y'all.